At the beginning of the episode, Juntae tried to prevent Kim-Marie from seeing the T-pin on Uri's thigh. Then Nayeon pretended to be in pain to distract Kim-Marie. Meanwhile, Suji, who had noticed the strange reaction from Nayeon and Juntae, decided to act. She told Uri that he shouldn't wear a tie because Kim-Marie and Juntae were dressed casually. Shortly after, Director Choi arrived. The director and one of his colleagues interviewed Suji, Uri, Kim-Marie, and Juntae. Suji explains that errors in genetic tests are very rare, with an accuracy of 99.99%. She said that errors usually occur because of sample swab or contamination. While Suji was still explaining things to Director Choi and the reporters, Juntae interrupted her. He changed the topic to prevent the reporters from asking further questions about the genetic test results. When Suji, Uri, and Hyunwoo were being photographed by the director, Nayeon went to Suji and Uri's room to look for the T-pin. She couldn't find it. At the same time, Suji arrived and showed the T-pin to Nayeon, asking if she was looking for it. Nayeon claimed she was only looking for painkillers. After Suji gave Nayeon a safe medicine for pregnant women, Nayeon left the room. After the interview, Juntae was angry with Nayeon because Kim-Marie almost saw the T-pin on Uri's thigh. Nayeon suggested that Juntae attack Suji first to stop her doubts, and she offered to help him. Uri told Suji that he realized the first genetic test results that didn't match might have been influenced by someone or something. Suji hadn't received any evidence of this yet, so she told Uri that she would reveal everything she had kept secret from him once she was certain. Uri told Suji that the lab must still have the sample data sent by Kim-Marie. He planned to send his own sample back to the lab to check if the data matched. If the results were different, it would mean that someone had swapped Kim-Marie's sample before it reached the lab. Uri needed Kim-Marie's approval to do this, but he only told her that he was curious about the reason for the different genetic test results. He didn't reveal his suspicions, and that was enough to get her approval. In another scene, Doyoung was exhausted, and his body ached because he worked non-stop every day to make money. Even though he was still sick, he took a singing job, but he was kicked out and not paid because he didn't sing well. Duri, who knew Doyoung's whereabouts from Jiangsu, went to see him. She invited him to face everything together and asked him to ask Sun-young for permission to get married. Doyoung was overjoyed to hear this and proudly announced that he was a father. Jiangsu, who apparently heard Doyoung shout, now knew that Duri was pregnant. At the end of the episode, Duri and Doyoung knelt before Sun-young's entire family. They asked for permission to get married, and Duri told Sun-young that she was pregnant.